we are going to discuss MCQs of chapter number 1, which is Introduction to Fundamental Concepts of Chemistry, and chapter number 5 of textbook Atomic Structure. So we have test number 1, question number 1. Ice cream is an example of. Ice cream is an example of definitely heterogeneous mixture. And why it is so? Because heterogeneous consists of two or more phases. For example, when oil and water mix, they don't mix evenly and it creates a phase. So phase is created in heterogeneous mixture. So it is a mixture of fats and fatty acids and sugars and water and other flavors. So ice cream is an example of heterogeneous mixture. Question number 2. Substance consists of two or more pure substances not chemically combined with each other are mixture. Definitely, because mixture is created with the combination of substances and they don't chemically combine. They have to retain their physical properties. That is why they do not chemically combine. Question number 3. 1 gram is equal to, that is very easy to understand, that 1 kg is equal to 10 raised to power 3 grams. So definitely 1 gram would be equal to 10 raised to power minus 3 kgs. So option C is the correct answer. Question number 4. Oxygen, magnesium, silicon, iron form nearly 50% of the earth crust. That is the exact text line from the topic isotopes of fundamental concepts. Question number 5. How many moles of oxygen are needed for the complete combustion of 2 moles of butane? So we have to understand these MCQs as they are talking about the 2 moles of butane, which means total number of carbon atoms are 8. So what is the shortcut formula to find the number of moles of oxygen? It is 3n plus 1 divided by 2O2. So n is the number of carbon atoms. So 3 into 8 plus 1 divided by 2. So 13 would be the correct answer, option D. So why we use 8 number of carbon atoms? Because they are talking about the 2 moles of butane, which means 4 2s are 8. Question number 6. If the solvent is inflammable for heating purpose, we use water bath because it avoids the risk of ignition of chemicals and it incubates samples at constant temperature for a longer period of time. Question number 7. Which is correct statement about limiting reactant? So when we talk about the limiting reactant, which means that consume earlier but give the greatest number of moles of product. So option D would be the correct answer. Question number 8. The branch of science dealing with the structure, composition and changes in matter and laws and principles which govern these changes is called chemistry. Definitely chemistry is the subject in which we study chemical composition and the reaction and the chemical substances. Question number 9. A mixture that consists of different components is called heterogeneous mixture because heterogeneous consists of different components, homogeneous consists of same components, and that option C, mixture, is a general term, so we have to be specific in the MCQs. Question number 10. Free radicals are electrically neutral. So what makes them neutral is the unpaired of electrons. So they are reactive due to odd number of pair of electrons, but they are neutral due to the unpaired of electrons. So we cannot categorize it as cations or anions or positive charged or negative charged. So question number 11. The empirical formula for water is H2O. Definitely this is a very common question. Question number 12. A water that contains H2 atoms. H2 means that it contains the isotope of hydrogen, which is deuterium. So it is called as a heavy water. Question number 13. Electron revolves around the nucleus in orbits which have fixed energy. Definitely they have fixed energy. That is said in the Bohr's atomic model, in which electron revolves around the nucleus in the orbits which have the particular energy. So they cannot radiate or evolve unless until they jump from one orbit to another orbit. Question number 14. Electronic configuration of the outer shell of the element with atomic number 64 is option D is the correct answer. And why 4F have 7 electrons and D has 1 electron? It should have filled all the electrons in the 4F. The reason is that half filled half-filled atomic orbitals are more stable as compared to the empty. So we have to attain stability. An atom wants stability, so 4f7 is giving stability to the whole electrons, to the whole atom. So F has the ability to accommodate 14 electrons, 7 is the half filled, so we prefer 7 electrons in 4f as compared to 8. So question number 15, maximum number of electrons in the subshell is, we have a general formula that is 2L plus 1. So we have just multiplied 2, 4L plus 2 is the correct answer. Question number 16, the orientation of atomic orbitals depend on their magnetic quantum number, that is the text line. Option B is the correct answer. Question number 17, a gas X has Cp and Cv ratio as 1.4. What does that mean by? Which means that gamma is equal to Cp by Cv and the value of gamma is 1.4. Alright. At NTP normal temperature and pressure, 11.2 liters of gas X will contain dash number of atoms. So we have to find number of atoms. So how will find number of atoms? Number of atoms, that is equal to definitely number of moles multiply number of atoms in a molecule, number of atoms in a gas, number of atoms multiply Avogadro's number Na. So I'm just roughly telling that N is the number of moles, which means number of mole is equal to mass by molar mass or given volume by molar volume. So here we are talking about the volume, so we'll take number of moles as V by Vm. V is the given volume, Vm is the molar volume. Given volume is 11.2, molar volume is 22.4, and number of atoms in a gas, generally number of atoms, it consists of 2 atoms. So 2 multiply Avogadro's number 6.02 into 10 raised to power 23. So the correct answer would be option number D, that is 6.02 into 10 raised to power 23. So number of unpaired electrons in N2 positive is, N2 positive is, so we have 1s2, 2s2, 2px1, so 2py1. So if unpaired, if the orbitals are available, so this one electron would be shifted to this and it has 3 unpaired orbitals then, electrons. So option A is the correct answer. Question number 19, the excitation energy of hydrogen atom from its ground state to its third excited state is. So we have to understand it very keenly because it is talking about the third excited state, which does not mean N is equal to 3. That is incorrect. Third excited state means N is equal to 4. Why is equal to N is equal to 4? Because N is equal to 1 is ground state, N is equal to 2 is first excited state, N is equal to 2 is second excited, N is equal to 2 is second, N is equal to 1 is ground, N is equal to 2 is first excited, N is equal to 3 is second excited, and N is equal to 4 is third excited state. So we have formula 13.6 minus 13.6 divided by n square, which means that we have minus 13.6 divided by 4 square. So the answer would be 1 point something, and whatever the answer, we'll minus it from 13.6. So the correct answer would be 12.75 electron volts, because they are talking about the difference. So En minus Ep from the ground state to third excited state. Ground state have the formula, have the value that is minus 13.6, and whatever the value of the third excited state, we'll just subtract it from the ground state. So question number 30, 3p orbital has dash radial nodes, 1 radial node, and the formula to find the radial nodes is n minus L minus 1. So in case of 3p, we have n value 3 minus L value. As for p orbital, the value of L is 1 minus 1. So 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. Question number 21. A 0.66 kg ball is moving with a speed of 100 meter per second. Find its wavelength. We have formula lambda is equal to h by mv. And the correct answer would be option D. Here the value of h is 6.63 into 10 raised to power minus 34. Question number 22. What is the formula for a mass number We know that A is equal to Z plus N. Here A is the mass number, Z is the number of protons, N is the number of neutrons. So A is equal to Z plus N. Option C is the correct answer. Question number 23. An atom has a mass number 37, atomic number 17. Find the number of protons. Definitely atomic number is already telling us about the number of protons. So whatever the atomic number is actually the number of protons. Option C is the correct answer. So now we'll discuss the remaining MCQs in the next video.